slow down a little bit. I was just about to say, when I slowed down, it's like, I don't know, I felt energy charging like in my body, like more so. Like I wasn't feeling anything when I was shuffling faster. And then when I slowed down, it's like I felt the energy going, and then my hands felt active too. And then the world. I'm hearing grace. I'm hearing slow. Yeah, it's just an overall peaceness and serene feeling. Yeah, I'm hearing allow yourself to dream. I know there's a lot of pressures to always be realistic, whatever that means. And if you're somebody who has a big dream, or if you're someone who feels really, really deeply, you have visions of a world that you don't necessarily get to go outside and see all the time, you know? It's like you see things of love, you see things of unity and togetherness and what this world is supposed to be. And you look around and you feel like you're the only one who sees these things, and you feel burdened with the weight of the visions and the experiences that you know to be possible and to be real, but you don't have anybody to lean on to help actualize these things for you. In your walking life, at least, you know, sometimes you may exist in communities like this one and see readings and things like this and realize you have people out there, but in your own world, it's like, it's just you to carry that light. So, yeah, dream big, keep dreaming, and understand that you see these things and you feel them because it's for you to feel them. It's for you to make them happen, and to understand that it's not even making them happen, that it's already written, it's already done, and you get to live the unfoldment of that. You get to walk in it. You get to be a vessel of the transformations into the world that you do see, and you're not alone in that. You may feel alone and you're walking, you know, every day, but the fact that you do see videos like this, you are connected to people who are having these same conversations, who are having the same visions. Understand that we've all been in a training ground. We've all been preparing to make those shifts into the visions that we all have, that are all pieces to the same puzzle. And you've been doing the work, and it's been a lonely road. And sometimes that's the best way to do it, you know, because you have nothing but clarity. You have nothing but space and opportunity to deep dive into yourself and to work on these things and to really, really transform at a very deep level. And yeah, if we weren't alone in that process a lot of the times, we'd see that time would be going by and we're not changing too much, you know, because we're so busy living and experiencing these bonds and these relationships and just doing all the things and getting lost in all this that there is to get lost into, that the time actually spent to ourselves would be very limited, or we'd find ourselves trying to fight to get those times and spaces to do this very work, which is so important, that leads to the rest of our life, in which we, you know, live so free and so expanded and so connected. So understand that it's all been for a purpose. Yeah, keep dreaming big and understand that it's all real. And that's the benefit of being able to dream big. You get to spend time in those worlds, in those dimensions, as, you know, this one begins to shift into being that. But you get to experience it now. You get to close your eyes and be there. You get to daydream and experience it and really feel it at a heart level. And the trick, or the key, is to not feel those things and then bring it into the present by way of, wow, I wish I had those things, or, oh man, yeah, this is great, but wow, look at what I actually have to deal with, you know? because then at that point you're using it as a weapon against yourself when it's supposed to be a blessing, when it's supposed to be little glimpses and little moments of you actually being there, because you are there. If you're feeling it, you see it and all that, it's very real, and you're definitely experiencing it. It's only when we get lost in the mind and we add the mind and our thoughts to it that it becomes this, ugly thing, or it becomes a burden or feels like a burden. But it's not. It's really everything, everything that magic is, everything that divine energy is. So when you do get those moments and you do see those things, and yeah, you get to be there for a bit, enjoy it, soak it up, allow that to charge you up, and then you ground it in here. You go do something with it, You experience, you just had a daydream, or you dreamed of all the beautiful things, everybody's working together, the world's so peaceful, or you dream that, you're living all these experiences, you're traveling, you need for nothing, you're experiencing full freedom. When you come back, don't become sad that you don't see that here. Understand that, wow, you felt it, and now you can use that energy to ground it in here. Go create something, especially if you're an artist or something like that. Go take that energy and ground it in. Go make something, go sow a seed of that energy, and understand that that's gonna help manifest in exactly what you're seeing, exactly what that seed was born from. So don't be afraid of that darkness, or what it is darkness, but the darkness is a beautiful thing. So yeah, when you have those moments, hold them close and use them and take advantage of them. Well, not take advantage, because I don't like the connotation of that, but yeah, just utilize them, work with them, and allow them to create that world, to create those worlds, because as you bring them into the physical, they become grounded in, and they're here, and they're just that much more real. So hell yeah, keep dreaming. Yeah, that was dope. That was a great first card. The Lovers. I'm hearing Cloud 9. I heard Samantha and Martha too. Yeah, gold might be significant. I'm hearing like something passed down from like a loved one, like a feminine figure, so like a mother or an aunt or a grandma, and it having really, really protective energy about it. Like it's not just a piece of jewelry or something nice, but it's like, yeah, it has its own, a whole energy about it that's really divine and protective in nature for sure. Yeah, I'm hearing love as well. And be safe and allow moments to become timeless. Yeah, if this is like new love, or you just met someone and you're in a relationship, or you're just exploring this person, I know it's easy to not want times to end and things like that, or to be like, wow, this is so great, I want to do this forever. It's like, don't spend the time in it thinking about it ending, Like actually be present in the energy and be so embodied in it and present in it that time doesn't exist, that you are in it. You are infinite within that moment because you're so there, and that that type of moment, the past melts away and the future doesn't exist because you're not thinking about it. You're not sending energy anywhere else besides exactly where you are. and that becomes what's the only thing that's real, because you project your reality at any given time. The past is not playing out, besides when you're thinking about it, or besides when you're experiencing maybe like the trauma stored in your body, and like as that comes out as like trigger responses and things like that. But yeah, allow yourself to get lost in those moments and be present with them and trust them. Don't spend those moments overthinking or like wondering like, oh man, is this too good to be true? Or is this person who they say they are? Or dang, what if they just hurt me like the last person did? Or any of those thoughts that come right behind those feelings of bliss and love and feeling like you're exactly where you're supposed to be, So yeah, don't get caught up into those, and don't allow those to run away with you, because those rob you of your present moments that become memories in the end. Because yeah, you don't want to look back and it's like, damn, I spent all this time, like I didn't even really enjoy that date, or I didn't enjoy that day that was so amazing because I was so worried about what it would become. Especially if it becomes everything, it's like, damn, like I really didn't even enjoy those first few memories because I was so in my head that whole time. It's like, if you knew how perfect and how divine this thing is that you guys are building, you wouldn't spend any time in worry. So you can have that hindsight now and choose to be so embodied through these experiences as they're happening. And not just love, but just life in general, like if there's an opportunity that presents itself, it's like the perfect opportunity you've been waiting for. Don't go in there and be hesitant and scared, waiting for the other shoe to drop, or being afraid to mess it up or lose it, and now you're not in there actually enjoying it, because that's what it's about, especially when it's a manifestation and something you've been calling in and something that's exactly what you've been asking for. You definitely don't want to miss out on it or ruin it or self-sabotage it by being afraid of it. And it's like, it was born of you. It was born in your darkness. It was born in those moments where you were asking and you were embodying the energy and really, really trying to create this thing. You got so clear on it. You knew exactly what it was and that you were ready for it. And then it comes, and it's like, embrace it and continue to treat it as that. And even if it doesn't last forever or ends up becoming a lesson at some point, that's fine. But understand that you were so embodied with it and you were taking in every experience and was so present with it that you didn't miss a thing, that even though it's over, it's okay. You've fully experienced it, like the 100%. There was nothing more to experience, 27 as I say that. But you don't get to feel that way if it comes to an end and you look back and you're like, damn, like I didn't even get to enjoy that at all. I just spent the whole time afraid I was gonna lose it, and then I lost it. And it's like, you're robbing yourself by moving that way. So yeah, embrace everything that's showing up for you and trust that it is for you. And yeah, allow them all to be the miracles that they are and the magic that they are, and understand that they're all just manifestations of you and your energy and your inner world and all that. So you're not afraid of yourself, or at least you shouldn't be. So don't be afraid of these things that are just a product of you, So hell yeah, enjoy the ride and lead with love. Approach everything that shows up with love, and understand that love is the biggest truth serum there is. When you lead with love, people who don't lead with love are not able to hide. So even if it does, this person wasn't deserving of the love, even though everybody's deserving of love, understand that you got to see who they were, and you didn't have to doubt the way you showed up. You don't have to think about like, dang, maybe if I would have gave more, or maybe if I would have, gave them an honest chance and wasn't so defensive, maybe they were the right person. Or, oh, maybe, those things that when you have to second guess yourself because you know that you didn't show up authentically. Because we've all experienced that. It's like, dang, well, I could have did this, or like I could have did that, and it's like now you don't get to even see the past with clarity, because that may not have even made a difference. And I'm sure it probably didn't. But now, since you didn't show up authentically and you didn't put your best foot forward, there's room for you to doubt and blame yourself for the way things went. When it's like, nah, they probably just weren't the right person. And even if you did all the right things to show up 100%, they would have revealed that they weren't the right person. So it's like, yeah, the best thing you can do is to be vulnerable, to show up and be you 1,000%, fully embodied and authentic. and allow people to be whoever they are, and that's not your burden. And understand that when you get to move on, you get to move on, and you don't have to leave any energy back there or spend time thinking about what if or having regrets about things that probably wouldn't have worked anyway. But since you didn't show up authentically, we have a habit of thinking, there's something we could have did to make something different. So it's like, hey, do everything, leave it all out there, and then understand that now you don't ever have to think about that. You can move on and be like, I did everything I could, it didn't work out, it wasn't supposed to work out. And you can move with confidence and be empowered and be whole all the time. And you're not gonna leave any fragments behind, you're not gonna be wasting any energy on regret or replaying the past or any of that stuff. So, hell yeah, the best thing you can do is just be authentic and show up 1,000%. Lead with love, follow your heart. Understand that there's gonna be lessons sometimes, and that's okay. And leading with an open heart puts you on a fast track through those lessons, because the lessons are gonna come regardless to get to mold you into who you need to be. But if you're hiding from them and now you're sitting there being careful, and now something you could have experienced in a 1 month span turns into a 1 year span because you were so guarded, and then you finally opened up at the year mark and then boom, it shattered, and it's like, wow, what the heck, I wasted all this time. It's like, yeah, if you would have just been you 1,000% from the beginning, they would have had no choice but to be them, or you would have at least seen, like, damn, I'm being myself and they're still holding, they're holding back or whatever, and that tells you a lot too. So it's like, yeah, the best thing you can do is always just be authentic and be you 100%, and that's gonna tell you what's what, and that's gonna reveal what's not for you and what is for you, because you're being you. When you're not being you and you're being somebody else, things may be resonant to that. You may be able to exist in spaces when you're not being your full self. But it's like, if you were your full self, you may not be able to exist there, and you shouldn't want to exist anywhere where your full self can't exist there, or it doesn't have any room, because now you're just signing up to be in a box. So, yeah, just be you, because you're perfect, and there's no reason to not be you. It serves no purpose. There's no positive benefit to it in the long run at all. These people really bothered. Everybody, they keep slowing down, looking over here. Big energy, I guess.